that time that we all have been waiting for, and including you, the phone line segment where we get to interact, hear from you, your views on the topic that we have chosen, like I earlier said before we went on the break. And we want to look at favoritism in the family. Parents always have this way of choosing their favorite children in a family, and it has a way of affecting some of them in the cycle. So dealing with favoritism in a family can be challenging. Open communication and addressing certain concerns calmly may foster more equitable environment. Some parents might unconditionally favor one child due to various reasons, such as personality, similarities, or shared interests. This can impact other children, leading to feelings of neglect or rivalry, potentially affecting self-esteem and family dynamics. So, Sagir, favoritism has a way of taking a toll on some of the children in a family. When the parent says, "Oh, this is my favorite child," even if you don't say it, your actions will show that you've chosen one child or two to be your favorite. What do you think about this?
So this issue of, I see you want to open a can of worms. We're choosing to banter on favoritism today, but well, it left to be seen. I'm supposed to be a moderator here, which means to a large extent my
so you're going to be, are you going to be against or for?
No, well, you can't be for favoritism, especially in the family. It would mean you're supporting something that a lot of people would consider to be evil, because but then again, parents are human beings, and all human beings, like we know, are not without fault. So what this means is it might be seen in your actions, it might be seen in your inactions, but there are pointers which children notice, because just the way you observe your children, because you want to bring them up in a certain way to project a certain image to society, that's the way your children also look up to you for guidance. And for quite a number of reasons. And when they see you do certain things or not do certain things that show that you either like this person too much or you're not as interested in me, it gives off this feeling. But then again, we have our first caller already. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Extra. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay. Unfortunately, we lost our first caller. I was really looking forward to the response, but Fatih, like I was saying, so it's really not in the actions alone, also inactions. Why am I saying inactions? I'm saying inactions because there will be times when, for example, a child will feel like you can do this for this person, but you don't want to do this for me. This feeling. That feeling. Or you bought this for this person and you did not buy for me.
Exactly.
Or in little things such as you gave this person more of this and you didn't give it to me.
No, exactly. Sakir, you just made a point, and it got me thinking. In a situation where the parents, let's say the mother is rich or the father is richer than the mother, and you have a favorite child, what do you do in that case?
Well, I'll tell you what we do after we respond and listen to this caller's contribution. Good morning and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Mohammed Sani Zwan. I'm calling you from Tobago State.
All right, Mohammed. Go on with your contribution. Favoritism. What's your take? Go on, Mohammed. We can hear you. Mohammed, can you please lower the volume of your TV set so we hear you clearly? We're really looking forward to hear your contributions. Okay. So
I think you will have to call us
Mohammed.
Back.
Yes. Yeah. Mohammed, please call us back. We really look forward to your contributions. And viewers, please, the numbers is displayed on your screen. Give us a call. What's your contribution? We're discussing favoritism and its impact in the family. Should parents have a favorite child? Yes or no? We want to hear from you. And of course, quick etiquettes and guidelines. Please keep your responses short and to the point. Let it be precise. There are quite a number of people who also want to share concerns, comments, thoughts, and even questions. Fatih, you asked me a question.
Yeah, so I'm coming back to that because I actually asked you a question. So what do you do in that kind of situation?
In a situation where you have a
either the
your
mom or the
being
dad is
richer
rich.
than the dad.
Okay. Okay.
You see, I like that this caller called back. Hello and welcome to Daybreak Extra. Your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, so
I think they'll have to call us back again.
Please call us back. We look forward to hearing from you. It's a topical issue. It's okay to disagree or agree. Well, it's opinion that we're sharing. We really look forward to hearing and learning and benefiting from you, our viewers. So,
and then let's also not forget to say that, you can, if you have gone through this kind of experience or you've experienced the favoritism in the family, you can share your experience.
But then let's take this one. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from? Well, I think the network is doing something quite shady. Because,
I think so too.
We've lost 4 callers just this morning in the space of 5 minutes.
And you can send us WhatsApp messages.
Please send us WhatsApp messages. This network is trying to steal our shine and steal your shine, but we will not let that happen, will we? So please send us messages. Text messages, WhatsApp messages. We really want to hear from you. We're looking forward to reading your responses.
So, Sagir, stop talking to them and answer the question.
Well, I will have to talk to them because
it seems like you are deviating from it.
They are our priority today, so I really look forward to hearing from them first. But then again, if you have a family where the mother is earning more than the dad, that's why it's a family. I mean, so you became a husband to a wife or a wife to a husband because you want to spend the rest of your life with them, right? Which means even when you were, delivering your vows, 2 became 1, what's mine becomes yours, and the likes of that. So, Fatih, that answers your question. Quite ambiguously, I know, but then again, we have another caller. Good morning and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from? Morning. Can you hear me? So I think our callers should do well to also send us WhatsApp messages and the likes of that, so we could read out their responses. So
and they should keep trying. They'll get through. We'll get to hear from you sooner or later. So yeah, and let me share an experience, of favoritism that I've seen of a close friend. Okay, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Liberty calling from Benue.
Okay.
We didn't quite hear you. Perhaps if you could say that again, and also please stay away from your TV set or kindly help reduce the volume so we could hear you more clear.
I can hear you.
All right, then go ahead.
Yeah. As for me, parents should not have a favorable child because it will bring destruction to the family, or especially in the area of buying them something. You see, this one is your favorable child, and at all ends, if you are not there, they will start having a problem with each other. Before you know, it will lead to family problems. So it's better anything you want to do for your children should be equal.
Okay.
You don't favor one and leave the other one aside. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your response. Quite articulate response there. But I was going to ask
him
what his advice would be to some of these parents, so as to prevent this, because there's also the fact that some of these parents actually might not even know that they are doing these things, and it's even worse because some of them have these children who might not be able to walk up to them and say, look, this is what you're doing and it's not fair, or it's not right, you should do better. A situation where a child is now the one who is correcting the parent for doing something that he perceives to be wrong is not an ideal situation in an African society.
At all.
Indeed. But then again, let's also get contributions from our next caller. Good morning and welcome to the program. What's your name and your location?
Okay, please turn down the volume of your TV set because we can hear our voices.
And it causes interference.
Okay, good morning. My name is Sani Waizon.
Okay, Sani, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Tapabo local government Bauchi State.
Oh, from Bauchi State. How's Bauchi this morning?
God, the weather is so...
I understand. I can relate.
The way he said the Kai
Trust
already.
me, I can relate. But then again, what's your contribution?
Yeah, I disagree with this parental favoritism.
Okay.
Hello?
Why do you disagree?
Are you with me? Hello?
Yes, we're with you.
Go on, go on.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Okay, do call us back.
Maybe it's
So I
the
was
Bauchi
actually
weather.
going to share an experience with you where I've seen a family where, you know, there are 7 in numbers, and then the eldest daughter was the favorite child of the father. And then her other siblings actually hated her for that. You know, because everything they want, they have to go through her. It's actually, yeah.
We'll continue the story, but then let's get responses from this caller.
Okay.
Well, I think they would have to call us back.
Certainly.
The network is really not friendly today. But
Okay,
then again,
we already have a
there
caller.
we have it. Good morning and welcome to the program. What's your name and your location?
Hello.
Hello, good morning. We can hear you. Please go ahead. Your name and your location.
By name Ibrahim Olukuta.
Ibrahim from Lokoja. Ibrahim, can you please turn down the volume of your TV set? It's causing interference.
I said I'm by name Ibrahim Olukuta.
I heard you,
I'm
Mr.
calling
Ibrahim.
from Jeba.
All right then. Can you please reduce the volume of your TV set? It's causing some interference as we can hear ourselves. So we can also
Hello,
hear
good
you
morning
better.
to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I said I'm calling from Jeba.
All right. Can you hear me? Let's be sure if
Yes.
you can hear us. Then go ahead.
I can hear. I'm hearing you very well.
Go ahead.
Well. Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Ibrahim.
Well, hello, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
I'm
Go ahead.
calling you for the first time.
All right. Thank you. To have, to a caller calling for the first time.
Well, sir, there is no way that a parent cannot have a favorite child.
Why
But
so?
the best thing is for that parent not to show it.
So what are the things that the parents need to do in order not to show that this particular child is my favorite child, or I prefer this child because of this behavior or because of this thing that the child does? What do the parents need to do in order not to let that show? Because I understand that you feel we are humans and these things happen. So what are those things that the parents ought to do or ought not to do in order to ensure that this doesn't show? Can you hear me, Mr. Ibrahim?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, so I was asking you what you said. Your response was it's not possible for
what a parent needs to do is that parent needs to discipline the children.
Okay, so it's been quite difficult to reason or get responses from
so this
our callers because of the network. But
yeah, so this is coming from His Royal Highness Segir. This is one of our major contributors on the show every morning.
Interesting.
So yeah, His Royal Highness Alhaji Mohammed Baba Idanoku, Second Wazir of Lokoja. Wow. Yeah, so he's a diplomat, and we're going to go to that. He said, "Good morning, Trust TV. Trust you all are doing great. The topic of matter, parent favoritism, or when one child is treated differently or more positively than another, can have a number of negative effects on the children involved. It can lead to feelings of resentment, anger, and jealousy in the child who is not favored, as well as feeling of guilt and inadequacy in the favored child. Additionally, it can create tension and conflict between siblings and can even lead to long-term psychological effects such as self-esteem, depression, and anxiety. In conclusion, in extreme cases, it can even result in the development of antisocial behavior or disorders such as narcissism. Ultimately, it's important for parents to treat their children equally, and if they prefer to any or another, they should not show it. For certainly one must be better in every home, but it is a show of Allah's doing. So treating them same will keep them in turn to love each other. So have a great day ahead, all.
Have a great day ahead, Your Highness, as well. That was quite a comprehensive response, especially its conclusion. In extreme cases, it can even result in development of antisocial behavior or disorders such as narcissism. Well, hello. Great response. Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you please turn down the volume of your TV set, as it would continue to cause an interference and we might not hear each other?
Yes, I can hear. Hello?
Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Madavi, local government in Kogi State. Yes?
Your name, sir?
My name is Abuchina.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. On the basis of that areas of favoritism you are measuring about the parents, to my own best understanding, can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead. I can hear you clearly.
My own understanding, in order for other children at home, for them not to feel maybe you are favor another, beyond or above another, it's only for you to constitute a very bright idea on ground for the children. Basically, on that particular behaviors of that child, give them condition for all of them to act on that. Simply because you have found that good character on one child among your children as well, for them to behave that, and whoever could be able to put those things in place, you will favor him by motivating him in order to gear all of them up their mind to do good in the way you want them to act. That is the only way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contributions. So,
back to what His Royal Highness said, because you were actually looking at his conclusions.
It's good that the scholar called, because he actually just reinforced what His Royal Highness had said earlier. In families, there are going to be those who would perform better than others. There's going to be those who will be doing better, be it academically, or who are more responsible, or who are more responsible, or who are kinder, or who look better, and all of these things.
Or even the ones that they share interests,
exactly. All of these things are going to exist. But then again, you need to remember your role in the lives of the children. Are you there to support all of the children and to nurture, or you're there to select one that's great? Now, but then again, there's those who do not know that they are doing these things, and this is the reason why you have to self-evaluate as parents. What am I doing? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? It might not be clear too, but then again, you need to treat the children equally with respect and love. But then, of course, we know they are older and they are younger siblings.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I wanted to say. The older siblings
but then they have to understand. However, let's get this response. Hello, good morning and welcome to the program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Hello.
We can
yes,
hear
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead. Your name and your location.
My name is Issa. I'm calling from Plateau State.
All right.
Bokos local government.
All right, Issa from Bokos. What's your contribution?
Yes, actually, my contribution is.
Go ahead, Issa. We can hear you. Unfortunately, we lost Issa. So, Fatih, back to the conversation. So, as parents, it's important that you try as much as possible. We may not be able to control these things because, like I said, they are not just in the actions, they're also in the inactions. So, what do you do? How do you react? How do you handle situations when it's this child? And how do you handle situations when it's the other child? Do you feel you're being too harsh to this one? Or do you feel you're being too nice to this one? How do you address issues when they have problems within each other? Do you speak to someone more, rash, and the other person you give a pat on the wrist. These are little pointers that children
Sergey, let's not forget the mental, stage that these other children that are not favored will also go through.
Who feel
yes,
that they are
who
not
feel
favored.
neglected,
Yes.
by these parents, because they feel they need the same love from the parents that they're giving to the other child or the favorite.
Most times, it's not like these parents don't love their children. In fairness and in honesty to them, it's just that they prefer this one. More
like you said,
than
they
the
may be
others.
doing it subconsciously without knowing that they are doing
That's
that.
why I say
because
the love is there. They love all of their children. Of course, they'll protect their children like the mother hen. But then, when it comes to this particular one,
it's a no-go area.
This is special to me.
And there are other people that say corruption starts from there as well.
Well,
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome
Hello.
to the program. Your name and your location.
I'm calling from Plateau.
Good
Just
morning.
now.
Your name, sir.
My name is Daniel Yakubu.
Mr. Daniel, can you please turn down the volume of your TV set so there's no interference, and then go ahead.
Okay, is that one of the things I want to contribute in this section is that one, some parents are favoring others because of one is the attitude of the children. Why? Because it's that when you have a child at home, you have children at home, maybe when you tell someone, he will do what you ask him to do at a moment. And the other, when you ask them to do, maybe you will go where you want to go and come, but you see that they didn't do it. So that's what makes some parents at times favor others, and then look at others. Others too, they will be looking at it as if they didn't even love them, which is very bad. But another hand is that what some parents are doing that is to challenge others so that they can able to pick up their responsibility. Maybe in a home you will see a first son is not working is not obeying the parent, and then the second child maybe is obeying the parent, and then maybe that is one of the things where you see the parents when the second child comes to ask them for something, they go more faster to attend to him, and then again this first one when he comes they will be hesitating. Why? Because of he disobeyed maybe his way of life. That's one of the things that is favoritism I see in this case here.
Thank you very much, Daniel, for your contributions. You brought something quite significant to the fore, and that's the fact that some of these children themselves...
His Royal Highness also.
Indeed, some of these children themselves, they'll be given chores, they don't fulfill them, they'll be given responsibilities, and they don't fulfill them. And
His Royal Highness has added another message again, Sagir. He said, as I mentioned, the effects of parental favoritism can be quite serious in addition to the negative emotions it can cause in both the favored and non-favored child. It can also have a negative impact on family dynamics and overall family functioning. For example, it can lead to siblings feeling alienated from each other and can make it difficult for the family to function as a cohesive unit. Additionally, it can lead to the child who is not favored feeling excluded or unimportant, in which can damage their self-esteem and cause them to act out in negative ways. Overall, the effects of parental favoritism can be quite damaging to both. So you see?
So a major thing to bring to the fore is these children, some of them might, like I was saying earlier, it's good that His Royal Highness brought, added this. And then again, they'll be given responsibilities, they might not fulfill them. That may be a shortcoming on their part, but it is not enough to say if it were this person, he would have done it better. Yes, we know that there will be that child who would listen more. We know there will be that child who will be more gentle. But would you punish to the extent of one feeling the sense of alienation? I'm saying this because I know what this can do, to relationship between siblings. So as parents, you also want to ensure that your children grow in love as siblings, so as for them to be there for one another. And showing this favoritism can really cause, some of this, what do I call it now? Disaffection between both of them, or all of them. But then again, we have another caller. Hello and welcome to the program. Your name and your location. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is David. I'm calling from Warri.
David from Warri. Thank you for joining the program.
Yes.
What's your take on the hot topic, favoritism?
Yeah.
David, we can hear you if you would proceed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Proceed, David.
Okay, let me, I want to underline some concept there. One, favoritism cannot be avoided. It's a natural phenomenon. You can't avoid it at all. What you have to do is to manage it. And to manage it, you must know, as a parent, you must know the difference between competition and conflict. When you do it to the extent that the competition leads to conflict, that is when all these damages will come in. What I'm saying in essence is, you should be able to, you must favor one child or the other. But don't show it out. If you show it out, that is when it becomes, it is a competition actually, that is when it becomes a conflict. It is only when it becomes a conflict that these damages will come in. Let me give you an instance. As women have been having children, boys, and I want to have a girl, and I have the girl, there is no way that favoritism will not come in. You will agree with me. But when you now show it to the other children that you favor this, that is when these problems will come in. And one way to hide it is, assuming I want to favor Mr. A, I want to give Mr. A 5 naira. I should not allow the other children to know that I'm giving Mr. A 5 naira. If I want to give Mr. B 2 naira, are we together?
We are together indeed, Mr. David. Go ahead.
Yes. Try to hide it as much as possible. But to avoid it completely, you can't do it. Exactly. Also, learn to instill in the children that what you are doing is not going to lead them to conflict, but a competition. We all know the difference between a competition and a conflict.
Indeed.
Yeah. And
okay. Mr. David, I wanted to ask you, how sure are you that when you give, for example, the example he gave about giving Mr. A 500 and Mr. B 2 naira, how sure are you that when they come together, when they are playing or when they are gisting, interacting, they wouldn't say, oh, Dad gave me 5 naira, and he said, oh, he gave you.
Child that I'm doing this to you, please don't allow the other ones to know. You just have to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
You just have to, yes, that I'm giving this one to you. I love you. Please keep it to yourself. You know what it means. The child will understand. I'm speaking from a personal experience.
So you maintain anonymity.
To my children. Hello?
I say you maintain anonymity and you give in confidence.
Yes. That's exactly what you do. Now, for you to avoid it completely, you can't avoid it. We're all human. We know what we are talking about.
Indeed, we are all
Somebody
humans.
mentioned it. Yes, somebody mentioned it there. That you ask a child to do this, he will not do it. And that will definitely, you ask the other one to do it, and he does it. Indeed. I have 2 children, let's say. One of them is a medical doctor. The senior one does not want to get serious, but now he's not serious. It's not serious. When I give money to this one, I will not let the other one to know. When I give money to that one, I will not let the other one to know also. And sometimes I play it open. That anybody that does this, I will give you this. That is a competition.
Mr. David, have you thought of joining politics or becoming a politician? Because I'm
not going to be one.
You're playing. I think a lot of people would say you're playing in politics quite well.
In the family.
But then again,
I don't really want to become one because I'm such a straightforward human being. I don't want to go into policy so that they will keep me one hand.
Indeed.
I love my children.
Indeed, but then again,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Mr.
David.
The underlying concept there is that whatever contribution you are going to make here is unavoidable phenomenon.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
And then, thank you so much, Mr. David. Knowing the difference between competition and conflict. That's a key takeaway from Mr. David there, who has proven to be quite a politician, but says he will not be venturing into politics.
He said so. But, like I said, there are quite a number of people that, stated when I was carrying out my research that, corruption can actually start from, showing favoritism. And, like His Royal Highness said, narcissistic behaviors can also start from there. Yeah, because when you're always giving your child the right to, you're always the belief that he is the favored one or she's the favored one, she feels she is superior to the other, or he feels that way, and then they want to always command and demand for certain things, and when that doesn't come forth, it becomes a problem, and it affects the relationship. It creates enmity, a long-time enmity between siblings, because I've seen people where they don't even talk to each other after their parents pass because of this favoritism. It has affected them greatly in their lives.
So parents, your reactions, it's quite important, because while you're trying to bring up your child is also observing you to see some of the things that you're doing. So it's important that you check yourself, self-evaluate, like I said earlier. But then again, we have another caller. Good morning and welcome to the program. Your name and your location.
Good morning. Still Liberty from Benue calling.
So Liberty, good morning. Go ahead with your contributions. What's your take on the hot topic, favoritism?
Actually, parental favoritism, as in, if you're talking about to favor your child, it will bring serious destruction to your family. Because I could remember right from time immemorial, when we were kids, our parents did not favor Mr. A and leave Mr. B. Even if it is advice they want to give, they will wake us as early as possible and sit us down to advise us. If it is academic favor, they will come, sit all of us down, address us and tell us that whosoever perform well in his or her academic level, that they promise they will do this to him. Maybe they will buy fowl for him or she, or they will buy so thing for that person. Before you know, that competition will come up publicly. But if you said you'll be doing it secretly, time will come, death is inevitable. After you pass away, before you know, your children, because children, whatever you do to them or give to them, when they go out to play, they must surely discuss it within themselves.
Indeed.
So it's better you sit all your children together and favor them. Then whosoever perform well, yes, you favor that person openly. Because one again, in addition, if you said you start favoring this one and leave the rest, before you know, he or she will start shying away from a social gathering. Before you know, he or she will think he is the best, that anything she do or he do, parents will not be upset with him. So I advise each and every parent to favor all their children, not to discriminate and say, yes, this one is more educated, or this one is the one that go for errands most. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much indeed. Well, viewers, unfortunately, that's the much we can take in terms of contributions into the program. The hot topic has been favoritism and its underlying impact or effects on the family. Well, we understand that what might work for one might not work for all. But then again, the most important thing in this situation is ensuring that all your children feel loved, very loved, equally, and punish one the same way you would punish all if they err. And like Mr. David said, if you want to give money, perhaps you should do it in confidence, or if you want to give gifts and the likes of that, do it in confidence, because if you know that if the others know, they'll feel some type of way, well, it's up to you as a parent to use the best means possible among your nurturing skills to ensure that they do not feel that way. But then again, it's been lovely hearing your contributions, your thoughts and your comments on the topic, favoritism and its impact.